This is my realistic note-taking experience on the iPad M2 Air. I got my iPad I think 2 weeks ago and it has been such a game changer. Now, whether or not you should get it as a student is another topic. But today I just want to talk about my evolution of what it's been like to note take on the iPad Air. So when it comes to the tools that I use, like the apps, I use Notability and GoodNotes. And the reason for that is that I have a subscription for GoodNotes. But one thing it lacks is, these weekly planners, which are free in Notability, but in GoodNotes, they're so expensive. They literally cost the same price as, the yearly subscription. So yeah, this like combination just works so much better for me. The stylus that I use is this third party, pencil that I don't even know where it's from. It's like dip. It's really like great when it comes to note taking, but one thing that all these pencils lack are, the pressure sensitivity feature, which is such a game changer because when you're taking notes, one thing that it just feels so inconveniencing. Let me just give you an example. When you're writing, let's say this is my what's this something something, and you have to go there to find this color green, and you write. I mean, you can edit this section here to add more colors, but at the end of the day, it's like having to go there is just so inconveniencing. So even though you can get away with using third-party pencils, I just think that actually getting the OG Apple Pencil is just a game changer. Now let's talk about the actual note-taking experience. When it comes to the actual apps, I haven't really tried. I've actually tried taking notes in Notability, but I just didn't like it, because the let me show you. The stylus just, I don't know, I just didn't like it that much. Like if you look at, like if you take a closer look here, it's not that bad, but it's like the stylus, sensitivity, the settings, they just aren't as good as in GoodNotes. So that's the reason why I actually only use it for uh, the weekly planners. Let me show you guys the first notes I took on this iPad. So this is my notebook called AI stuff. It's basically statistical learning. And when I tried to take notes for the first time, it was so bad. Like, just look at this mess. Like, nothing was within the lines. Like, everything was just so, so bad. And when it comes to taking notes, and yeah, I think it just comes down to two things. Are you trying to make aesthetic notes, or are you just somebody who's trying to have a convenient way of organizing your notebooks? Because for me, I think aesthetics comes last. I think what's more important for me is to make my notes easily accessible and very easy for them to, for me to read them. And that's pretty much the only reason why, I really needed an iPad, because on my notebooks, like my physical notebooks, I never was somebody who used to highlight, and it just felt so hard for me to actually like revise through my notes. So this is the evolution of my handwriting. Like you can see here, everything is just so bad. But then the game changer, like the key like game changer that I found out, which changed my whole experience, was, and by the way, I don't use any screen protector or papermake protectors. It's just the root thing. So maybe that's one of the reasons why my handwriting was really bad. But this hack will easily improve your handwriting like 1,000x. So as you can see, like if you're scrolling down, everything is big, 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 big. And suddenly, out of nowhere, you know, everything is within the lines. Everything looks so much better organized. I mean, it does look like a rainbow, but in retrospect, it looks like it's just way much better. And the hack, the actually game-changing tip that I found out from one of the videos, I hope I'll find it. I think I saved it, yeah. Is that if you're trying to take notes, you are better off zooming. There's this other tool where you can write in this box and it takes it down as if you're typing, but I don't really like that. And I found out the best way to actually note take on the iPad is to zoom in like really close, because these boxes are really small. So I was at first writing like this, like the, oh, let me change my pencil, like this. In case you need some good pencil settings, those are my settings. They like work really well. And I was writing like zoomed out and trying to write like the boss is around the corner. So like no matter how small you try to write while it's zoomed out, it still looks way bigger and disorganized. So this simple what did I just do? So this simple hack of just zooming in, like you just zoom in as much as you want, but just make sure that they're not really like very small. When you zoom in this much and you say this is the boss, it looks big. But when you zoom out, especially like looking at it from this source, it's such a game changer. Like that's literally the only hack that really improved my like my note taking. Like even look at this. This is like the recent book that I started studying, calculus transit, early transcendentals or something like that. And it's just so much better organized, like the colors. I think the best way you can just the best thing to do to actually get good at this is just uh writing more. You're going to figure things out on your own, because even the like these pencil settings, I try to follow through a tutorial of someone saying these are the best settings for me, but I found that for me it feels like I was writing with a marker and I didn't like really like that. So yeah, these settings for me work really well. So that's pretty much my my note taking experience. I don't really take like aesthetic notes, and I actually haven't studied a lot on my iPad because I don't really have class right now, and I've just been chilling. But yeah, so if you're trying to get an iPad and look at the actual take note taking experience, this is pretty much it. Because those, I think the ones you see on YouTube that really uh you can take those kind of notes, but it comes at the expense of how much time you need to spend on designing them. And I just don't think that it's worth it, because it's like spending that much time on not taking it's just something I don't know. I just don't really think that it's worth it for you to waste a lot of time. So as long as your notes, are readable, or they're concise, good, that's pretty much good enough. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.